Halloween is just around the corner, and having a good build that will enable you to tag many mobs can enable you to make much more profit. In this video, we will look at a safe tagging build that will help you a lot during the Labyrinth farm. And at the end of the video, we have some tips that will work for any class and any build that will also enable you to make more profit during the Labyrinth farm. I have also just made a guide that has some general info and tips to maximize profit during Halloween and to show you what items you need to get during the festival. If you missed it, I will put the link for it in the comments and description. Make sure to check it out. For the armor, we are running a full shaman set. Just type Rena in the search bar and it will show you the full set. And if you are not able to see it, just make sure that you select Thief as your class. For the short bow, we went with Stardust, which is very cheap on the trading post, and it's celestial, so it will give us a little bit of everything. And for the trinkets, we basically went for the cheapest you can buy that does not have any power in it. In our case, that was Shaman Amulet, 2 Shaman Rings, and 2 Twister in a Jar accessories, which is Nomad. And for the back piece, just buy any cheap one. It really does not matter too much, because the build is mostly just for tagging. For the staff, we went with something that have toughness and vitality, because you will only use it while fighting bosses, and so the extra sustain can help a little. You can use Soldier, or you can use Dyer. They are both good and they are both cheap. For the runes, we went with Superior Runes of Speed, which is a little bit pricey on the trading post. However, it is really good because the last benefit you get from it will increase your movement speed up to 66% when you have swiftness, which, as you will see in the build, will basically be permanent. If that was expensive for you, you can get Vampirism instead, because this will also help you a lot with sustain, since it will increase your maximum health by 10%, and it is going to give you 10% health every time you kill an enemy, which you'll pretty much be doing during the entire Labyrinth farm. For the sigils on the short bow, we are using Sigil of Fire, because this will help you a little bit tag mobs in a radius. And we are using Sigil of Stamina as a second sigil, which will refill our endurance bar every time we kill an enemy, which again will pretty much be all the time. And dodges for you as a thief, as a daredevil, will be very good and very important for the build. So you will pretty much have your bar full all the time, and you will be able to dodge non-stop. On the staff, it doesn't really matter too much. You can put whatever you want, or you can just leave it empty. And for the trinkets, I didn't even bother putting any jewels because they're not really important, and the build is mainly just used for tagging. But of course, you can put any jewels in your trinkets if you want. I will not explain the build in detail since this is mostly just used for tagging. But basically, we are using Acrobatics, Critical Strikes, and Daredevil. We are using Acrobatics mostly for the Grandmaster. In Critical Strikes, the Grandmaster trait is going to heal you for 10% of the critical damage you are doing. This will work very well with Signet of Malice, which will also heal anytime you do any normal attacks, even your auto attack. And because we are using gears that have healing power, this will also benefit both greatly, and you will feel like your sustain is really good. And in the Daredevil, the Grandmaster trait, we selected Dash. And having Dash will enable you to dodge like this, which will also give you swiftness at the end of the dodge. And as a dash itself, it will enable you to cover longer distance. So this will be greatly beneficial for you to catch up with people and be very quick during the Labyrinth farm. For our utilities, you have Signet of Shadows just for the very rare occasions that you may not have swiftness. Or if you are absolutely confident and you know that you can have swiftness all the time, you can swap it out with Shadow Step to give you a little bit of teleports and stun break if needed. You can also swap it out with another preparation skill, which will be 1000 Needles, which will be also very good during the door events. Or you can use any other utility skill you want. It really does not matter too much. Signet of Agility will increase your precision, which will help you do more crits, which will benefit the Grandmaster trait in critical strikes and help with your sustain. Prepare Pitfall is perfect for the door events to tag a lot of mobs. And Dagger Storm is also going to be very good for tagging, as it will allow you to just keep swirling around and throwing daggers all over the place, which will help you tag mobs. And the best thing about it is you can use it as you move, as we just saw. So this can be very good for door events and also killing mobs on your way in general. As for how we use the build itself, you pretty much just want to spam your auto attack, which will bounce between enemies and help you a lot with tagging. Skill number 5 is a teleport, so it will help you a lot with catching up if needed. And then you have skill number 2 and skill number 4, very good for AoE tagging, especially during the door events. You will only switch to staff when you are fighting bosses and maybe you need some melee. And here it doesn't really matter too much what skills you are going to use, but skill number 2, weakening charge and vault, both will do some very decent damage, and you can just spam them along with your auto attack. Please note that this build is not meant for open world. This is pretty much meant for running with a large group, tagging as many mobs as you can. Perfect for Labyrinth farm and any other metas that you will run around and just tag mobs, like for example Silver Wastes or Palawadan and such. Now let's look at what can we do to any class and any build to help you tag more mobs and make more profit. And we will start with the runes. Rune of Speed is still the perfect choice for any build or any class that is able to apply any sort of swiftness. It will significantly increase the duration, and it will increase your movement speed up to 66% when you have swiftness, which will help you significantly catch up with people. And as you will notice in the Labyrinth farm, it is all about speed and mobility. Or if Rune of Speed was too expensive for you, then Vampirism will be another good choice. This will pretty much keep you alive during the entire time. Or if your build was lacking speed overall, you can have Rune of the Traveler, which will increase your movement speed to 25% permanently. For the sigils, you always want to have at least Sigil of Fire, which will significantly help you with AoE tagging. Stamina is perfect for classes that benefit from dodges, like for example Mirage. Or if you don't benefit from dodges, you can have Sigil of Speed, which will pretty much guarantee that you have swiftness 100% of the time. In terms of the gear, you want to buy any cheap set of gear that does not have any power or precision or ferocity if possible. Because during those kind of farms, you want to just stay alive and you want to tag as many mobs as you can. And especially in events like the Labyrinth farm, when you are running with a big group, even if people just used auto attack while running a very high damage on their builds, mobs are going to die quickly and not everyone is going to get a chance to get some loot. And so we want to be mindful of others. If you enjoyed this guide and found it helpful, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And if you know of any friends or guildies who may find it useful, please share it with them. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. If you don't have friends or guildies to do Halloween with, you are more than welcome to come do it with our community. You will find the Discord link below in the comments and description. I will make another video tomorrow that will cover the Labyrinth farm in a little bit more details, and we will have a special giveaway for it, so keep an eye for it. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.